What is up, guys? Welcome to another blitz ball video. It's me versus Jace. We're playing to 3 outs. No, 3 innings, 2 outs. And if the batter or if any of us have more than 12 points at the end of an inning, they win. So now
no, he meant if they're up by 12 runs at the end of the inning.
Now we'll do the bat.
Ready? Yes, sir.
All right, Jace wins the bat toss, and he's pitching first. And ball 1. Ball 2. Count is 2-0. Strike 1. Here we go. Ball. It's 3-1. Pitch on the way. Ball 4. 4 balls and 1 strike. Strike 2. Here we go. No, he did not. Jace is not going to challenge it. The call stands. 5 balls and 2 strikes. And he hits him in the wiener. Runner on first for Corbin. After that hit by pitch. And that's a strike 1. All right, so the 0-1. Corbin is now down in the count, 0-2. Let's see, will Jace get him on? Will Jace throw 3 strikes in a row and strike him out? Nope, inside. Ball 1. And the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. 1 out by Jace. 1 out on the inning. All right, after that strikeout, Jace does a weird grip for ball 1. He just goes straight there. But a foul ball by Corbin. Hit right there. Go. I do not know the count. I got informed the count, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike. Here we go. Ball 3. Go. Jace with the knuckle pitch. Nope. Balls and 1 strike. Jace just sitting in that position for a while. Strike 2. 4 balls and 2 strikes. The 4-2 pitch on the way from Jace. Inside for ball 5. Will he walk 2 straight batters?
2 straight.
We'll see.
He struck out the guy before this.
He didn't.
He did.
Okay. He did not. Strike 3. 1 out. That's 2 outs. I'm not smart. Now we're going to the bottom of the first. All right. Nice view of Corbin's butt. And he hits him. First pitch. After that hit, the count is now 3-0. Here we go. Pitch from Corbin. Swings there for strike 1. All right, here we go. Ball 4. 4 balls and 1 strike. All right. So count is, I don't know. Strike 2, I think. 4 balls and 2 strikes, I'm pretty sure. We change positions. The count is 4 balls, 2 strikes. And he fouls it off, staying alive. All right, here we go. Ball 5. 5 balls and 2 strikes. And has just informed us that he's throwing a 4-seam. Strike 3. 1 out on the inning. All right, so 1 out and 1 strike. Go. Circle change outside for ball 1. All right, here we go, knuckleball. Over the fence. Good pitch by Corbin. These neighbors, good grass. It's cool. All right, so I do not know the count anymore. What's the count? It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So there's the count. Let's see what the shoe has to say about that. 2. Here we go. Ball 1. All right, so 1 ball, no strikes. Jace throws another pitch somehow. Strike 1. All right. So 1 ball and 1 strike. That's strike 2. And here we go with the 1 balls, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3. That's 1 out in the inning. All right. After that, strike out and a foul for strike 1. All right. After that, foul ball. Strike 2.
When I can super body like that.
What does Jace have to say about his pitches? All right, here we go. Jace with the 0-2 pitch, I'm pretty sure. Ball.
Dang, you didn't swing
What?
that one, did you?
All right, I think it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, that one's low. So, ball 2. What's the shoe have to say about that? Hey, shoe. I'm going to throw a curveball. Ball 3. All right, so the 3-2 pitch on the way. Inside for ball 4. 4 balls, 2 strikes with a runner on first and an out. There's an out, right? All right, here we go. 4-2. High and inside for ball something. Ball 5. So that puts the count at full. The full count pitch on the way from Jace. Low. Okay, so that puts runners on first and second. Strike 1 by Jace. So, thank you to our sponsor, Black Hole Fitness and Galaxy Star. We are making these sponsors up out of the top of our head. Here we go. The pitch on the way from with the whatever count. What's the count? 2-2. 2-1, but we'll call it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3 outside. This is a beautiful Thursday evening. Go with the whatever pitch on the way. I know there's strike 3. I was gonna say I know there's 2 strikes. So score 0-0 going to the bottom of the we are now 0-0 now in the top of the second. No. Bottom of the second. Gosh, we can't get the count right today. The inning. See? Oh, and that's absolutely nuclear bomb. With the torpedo bat off the end of it.
Bro, it couldn't see.
And we're zooming in on Jace. Okay, so 1-0, Jace. Ball 1. Screwball. And that is taking yard again.
I knew he's gonna hit that.
Beka.
Okay, we don't need to do a dance or else you're gonna be out. We're zooming in on him again after that home run. And 2-0, Jace. Oops. My bad. Strike 1. Ball 1. All right. Pitch again. And it's in the backyard. We lost track of the count, so we're just going to say it's 0 balls and 0 strikes. Ball 1. No, we just restarted the count because we couldn't keep track. And that is off the wall. That would have been probably gone, but foul. Here we go, the knuckleball. Outside for ball 2. Slider, low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Strike 2. And the curveball for ball 4, I'm pretty sure. Nope. Ball 5. 5 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. All right. And the full count pitch on the way. Strike 3. Is that 2 outs or 1 out? 1 out. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. If he has a challenge left if he wants to challenge it. But right now, all right, the call stands. Strike 2. Yes, he did. On that one, he did, for sure. He could challenge it. He could challenge it if he wants, but he doesn't want to challenge it, so strike 3. 2 outs. Decided that it's going to be a booth review. Corbin desperately needs 2 runs to stay alive. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3 balls in a row by Jace. And strike 1. Here we go, the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. 4 balls and 1 strike. 4-1 pitch on the way from Jace. Strike 2. Yeah, strike 2. The 4-2 pitch on the way. He goes. Pitch. Strike 3. 1 out in the inning. Jace is only 1 out away from getting his first win of the season. Ball low. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that's fouled. I thought that was going to be gone. But nope, just on the house. So, Jace only 2 strikes away now. Nope. Ball 1. Ball and 1 strike. Ball 2, I think. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball 3. Here we go. And inside for ball 4. 4 balls, 1 strike. Oh, just high. Ball 5.
Don't swing.
5 balls, 1 strike. Strike 2. 1 strike away from the win. Inside, ball 6. That puts a runner on first. All right, here we go. And that's up. Foul ball for strike 1. Let's see the shoe. The shoe just said nothing. Ball 1. It just spit while doing the shotgun. And that's in play. And that bounces. So now it's runners on first and second. Run at first for Corbin. That's in play. And that's a fair ball, but it's a single. All right, so bases loaded for Corbin. Strike 1. All right, the 0-1 pitch from Jace. Ball 1. All right, and the 1-1. Strike 2. Oh, I didn't get that one, but it's strike 2. Corbin down to his last strike. 1 strike away from getting his first win is Jace. Ball high for ball 2. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 pitch on the way from Jace. Fouled off. Right, still 2-2 on the way. Strike 3. Jace picks up his first win in the 2026 season. What do you have to say about your win?
I don't know.
I don't know. Good answer.